Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, Mayor of Newburyport, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. Spring is definitely in the air here in Newburyport. We just had a couple rainy days. It looks like we're going to have a couple clear days coming up. A little warmer today. Lots going on in the city. First, I want to thank everyone who came out this weekend for Clean Sweep, all right? Clean Sweep is what we do every year. It's the Pork Parks Alliance is one who heads it. And it's just an opportunity for everyone to get out, volunteer their time, get out into our city parks and help them clean them up for the start of the spring season. So that happened this past Sunday. We did an Arbor Day proclamation as well. That was great. I did that with the Tree Commission. So really thank you for everyone for coming out. Okay, what else is going on? We've got 6 days before the debt exclusion vote. So just a reminder, there's early voting going on right now, all right? So through Friday, you can early vote at the Senior Community Center. And then the actual vote will be, if you haven't voted yet, can be on May 13th. It's in all your usual polling places, all right? There's nothing different about this as far as where you go to vote on the day of the vote, which is May 13th. In conjunction with that, we did have a budget forum last night. And again, the budget's not due to the city council until their first meeting in May, which is May 12th, but it's actually like May 15th is when by the charter, we have to have it to them by. So the budget will be in on May 12th, and then they'll start their budget hearings. And they break up their budget hearings and go through every department over a number of weeks with a lot of night meetings. And they kind of dig through every single department. And they have to go and appear in front of the Budget and Finance Committee, and usually Council of the Whole. I think most councilors usually attend that. You'd be surprised that a lot don't as well. So that process is going to happen. So I wanted to have a budget forum to kind of just let people know. Again, we haven't sent the budget off to the printers yet, but we're pretty close to do that. We're putting finishing touches on it. But I wanted the public to know where we landed, right? So they can, if this impacts their decision around, the rec center, they can actually look at the budget and see where we landed and then make that decision. Again, because this is a challenging budget year, and this is why I like that we're doing a debt exclusion for the rec center project, because it allows every resident to decide, all right, is this the project that we feel, is it at the right time, and is that, that impact that it's going to make on my taxes, is it worth it, right? And you can easily separate that out. A lot of times when it falls within the operating budget, it's tough to do that, right? So we had a budget forum last night. I will be honest, it was very sparsely attended, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but Ethan Manning and I, our finance director, presented to the people that were there. It was recorded, so if you want to find the recording and the slides, you can go to the city website and find that. But I thought we gave a pretty good overview. We talk about where each, for every dollar that comes into the city, how does that get spent, right? And 58 cents of that dollar goes right to our schools, right? And then we break up how the rest of it goes. I thought we had a good conversation around the budget. We're coming in at 3.6% over last year right now. And to be honest, the biggest driver to our budget this year is actually our health insurance. So we have a 14.8% increase in health insurance. So that's like dropping a little less than $2 million right into the middle of your budget, right? So how do you make that work? And so we talked about, how are we making reductions to keep us moving forward budget-wise, but also trying to reduce costs. So there's going to be over 15 full-time positions that we're cutting back on. Now, right now, those are open positions, so it's not like we're losing actual people. But we're making decisions department to department about whether we can, whether we can make those reductions. And you're seeing those across many departments, right? It's not just one department that those are happening in. 3.6%, and the health insurance. So if you take out the health insurance, the increase to the budget this year is only 1.6. So, in any other year, if this was a normal health insurance year, we'd be in really good shape. But because it's such a big increase, 15%. That's why we ended up at 3.6. So we presented that. We talked a little bit about the CIP. I'm excited about the CIP because it's brand new this year. So we'll get into that more during budget season. But there'll definitely be a more realistic and prioritized plan in our CIP this year. And I think it's just smart to do that. We're kind of looking at the climate right now. We know we're not going to have those dollars trickling down from the federal government, especially for some of these big projects. So how do we thoughtfully keep planning for those projects, but don't have them in an unrealistic plan in a 5-year plan, right? I mean, where most likely that's going to be a 5-10-year plan where we see some of those other projects pop up. So the projects will still be in there, but you're going to have a very clear view of what we believe the next 5 years will be like. Again, it's going to be like around 24 projects. So, and again, having pretty definite funding about where it's going to come from. So that was the budget forum. So again, get out there and vote either early voting this week or May 13th. And that's it with that. Next, we have the Green Expo coming up. And I had Molly Ettenborough send me a little thing. She wanted me to read that on Sunday, May 18th from 1 to 4, the Newburyport will host the Greater Newburyport Green Expo at Bresnahan Elementary School and the Senior Community Center. So we'll have 2 locations. The expo will include an electric car and e-bike showcase, a native plant sale, 40 vendors, lots of family activities, and even a tour of some sustainable projects throughout Newburyport. What makes this event so special is the extraordinary collaboration across our community. I'd like to recognize the leadership of our Sustainability Department, led by Molly Ettenborough, Resiliency Committee, and Energy Advisory Committee in organizing this event. Additionally, numerous city departments have contributed, including the Library, Newburyport Public Schools, Senior Community Center, the Newburyport Recreation and Youth Services Department, DPS, Fire, and Police. ACES, the local organization ACES, has also played a large part too, as well as several local businesses. This is truly a citywide effort. So join us next Thursday when I can share more details about exciting. So I'll have another update about this next Thursday, but just know that's coming up on Sunday, May 18th. We did one of these a couple years ago, and it was really popular. We did it down the middle school. So now this time around, we'll be at the Bresnahan and the Senior Center. But more info to come, but mark your calendars, Sunday, May 18th, 1 to 4 for our Green Expo. What else is going on? May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're actually launching here. So, when I took office, I noticed mental health, or I wanted to do something around mental health because I felt like we had so many resources in this community, and I wanted to make sure there was a way to get those resources out to the public, especially around those struggling with mental health. And so, we had our task force come together. We did an assessment. We put some things in place, and then one of the things that have come out of that task force is this Make It Okay campaign. So they have a kickoff event coming up. It's on Thursday, May 22nd. I'll mention it next week too. It's going to be at the Senior Community Center from 6:30 to 8. And that campaign is all around just making it okay to talk about mental health. So I'm really excited about that. And again, we're really leveraging a lot of this expertise around mental health that we have in the community in this Make It Okay campaign. So again, mark your calendars for that. I talked about spring being in the air. I've got leaves slowly coming out on my trees in my window here at City Hall. But that means like outdoor dining's coming too. So I just passed DPS. They're downtown. Weather permitting, we're going to get those parklets set up. They are delivered, I think, in all the spots that they need to be. They were just working at the one down at Angie's. So we'll get those going. The docks are in the water now. So for all you boaters out there, boating season is just about to start as well. Once this weather really kicks in, we'll be ready to have a great springtime and summertime here in Newburyport. This is an incredibly busy week for events. There's just a ton of stuff going on. So just real quick, tonight I have the Newburyport High School Academic Honors Night. I know my Sadie Rose, my junior, is getting a silver key, but that's kind of the start of a lot of school-related functions that come up as we build up towards graduation. So I'll be excited to go up to the high school tonight and talk to the students up there and just congratulate them on their academic achievements and for all their hard work. Next week we have, apart from the Rec Center vote on Tuesday, we have the Human Rights Commission Peace Prize Awards, and those are happening here at City Hall, I believe, upstairs. And those are awards that the Human Rights Commission gives out every year. And it's really, honestly, it's one of my favorite events because it's about teachers and adults nominating kids or students for all the great work that they're doing in the community. And they all have something. And the stories that come out of that night are just so positive. So again, it's a great event. It's happening on Wednesday. I have a mayor's meeting next week after that. So I'll be going to that event on Wednesday night, and then I'll head down to the Cape for my, I have a Thursday, Friday meeting with all the rest of the mayors in Massachusetts. And I really enjoy that. We really get some hands-on training. We get a lot of therapy as far as talking about what's going on in our cities. But I always leave there with a lot of great information. And we're all going through budget season right now, so it's always good to check in and seeing where the problems are, what are the issues, and how they're trying to deal with them. And I love bringing all that knowledge and all that that whole experience back with me to Newburyport. And lastly, I did want to mention too, Into the Woods, last couple of performances for the high school is going on as well. So Friday night, you can catch one at the high school, Into the Woods. Our own school committee member, Sarah Hall, is in the orchestra for this, which is pretty neat. She plays the flute and the piccolo. And then Saturday afternoon, they have a matinee. But those are the last chances to catch Into the Woods. And I haven't been up there yet, but I'm going to try to get up there one of those days. But I've heard the reviews have been incredible. We certainly have some talented kids up at the high school. And lastly, I'll just leave you with this. We have a ton going on, right? Budget, special elections, events. It's a really busy time, and it's a good time to be in Newburyport. But it's Mother's Day weekend this weekend, so I hope everyone gets a chance to honor their mother. I'm really lucky. I have my mother and mother-in-law still with me and a huge part of my everyday life. And then my kids and myself, we hit the jackpot with their mother, Jessie. So we're going to make sure we honor all of them this weekend and enjoy some quality mom time and give some mom some proper pampering that she deserves. We're going to do a lot of gardening and yard work, I believe, and maybe we'll sneak in some Riverview pizza in there too. But happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you all have a great week. Get ready for the Green Expo. More information coming next week, and I will see you all next time on the Mayor's Corner.